The buck may well stop here, with the Secretary of State who allegedly instructed her diplomats to actively gather specific intelligence. The United Nations, the particular focus of what is labelled as a secret national directive sent out in the name of the State Department in July last year. It asked US staff to obtain particular details about the persons and policies of senior UN officials, including the Secretary General. A list of requested information ranged from the mundane, like emails and telephone numbers, to the deeply sensitive, like personal encryption keys for senior staff, credit card details, and even DNA samples.
Those are protected information. They are to gather that information is to invade the privacy of others.
The Secretary of State declined to discuss the specific content of the messages or indeed confirm their authenticity.
I will not comment on or confirm what are alleged to be stolen State Department cables. But I can say that the United States deeply regrets the disclosure of any information that was intended to be confidential.
And the State Department spokesman would not be drawn either on the matter.
We have hundreds of thousands of cables that go out from the State Department every single year. By tradition, any cable that leaves the State Department goes out under the name of the Secretary of State. That doesn't mean that the Secretary of State is the author of each one of these cables.
But the real test of the impact on US international relations still to come. The Secretary of State on her way to Central Asia and the Middle East, where she'll have some explaining to do to her diplomatic counterparts in person. Some former diplomats say that much of the material is little more than political gossip, embarrassing as it might be when made public. But the issue of policy directives coming out of the State Department is a far more serious matter than the material that's coming in. This appears to have the stamp not of diplomatic opinion, but of a thought-out strategy based, some may argue, on an abuse of diplomatic trust. And the question to be answered, whether the Commander-in-Chief who appointed the Secretary of State was aware of the instructions allegedly made in her name. Mike Hanna, Al Jazeera, at the US State Department.